Hello and welcome to Stick and Ball Symposium. I'm Ellis,
I'm Justin.
and we like sports. That's pretty much all this
That's
is.
pretty much it, yeah.
Yeah,
So I think this is our launching episode, our first episode.
yeah, a bit of a pilot right here. So we both, I guess we could probably, football's probably both of our favorite. American football probably both of our favorite sport.
I would say so. Definitely.
Basketball is
mine.
about tied with football for me, but
I mean, yeah, I would agree with that, but definitely more so basketball for you.
yeah, like I'm definitely a bit probably more into basketball.
Yeah.
We're both huge into football, big NFL fans, so it only makes sense that that would be the topic for our first episode.
Yep.
We're gonna be filling out what we would consider perfect NFL lineups. And then you found a website that puts like a cap space element to it.
Yeah. So what we have here is it has every position from quarterback to lineman to, I think, yeah, they even have bench positions, so you can have a whole bench, a long snapper, stuff like that, and you get $178 million, basically 179 mil.
Yeah.
So that's what the plan is today. A little bit of background from me and Ellis here, just kind of get to know us a little bit more. So obviously I'm Justin. I like the Packers. That's my favorite team. I think that's the main thing we're gonna cover right here. So Ellis, you want to just tell them what your favorite team might be?
Yeah, so I'm a Vikings fan, which we're 10-2 right now, but at the time of recording, but that's I still, yeah. But I'm a diehard Vikings fan, always have been. My family's big into the Vikes, that's how it goes. I also like the Bengals, and I have for years because I'm a big Andy Dalton fan because I love TCU. So I didn't jump on the bandwagon last year for just for the record. And yeah, we like to do a lot of hypothetical NFL questions together, and we were actually just talking about this today, like how would we build like a perfect lineup. So I think this is going to be really fun. I'm curious to see what I can put together. So
Yeah, it just adds another element to it, having a cap space, so we can't like my receiving core was Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase, which actually in this is a realistic receiving core you could have because Justin Jefferson and Jamar are on rookie contracts still.
Yeah, that's true. That's a big thing.
So a lot of those young studs are probably gonna be on my roster, I would assume.
Yeah, a lot of the elite quarterbacks have already gotten bigger deals. I was actually thinking about Joe Burrow because he still hasn't had his bank breaking contract quite yet.
Yeah.
Guys like Mahomes and Allen who are getting paid like $50 million a year. That's a little bit different. Definitely not gonna take Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, not going to take Deshaun Watson. As much as I'd like to, Aaron Rodgers is not going to be worth it, especially with the cap space that I'll have. I guess I should say this since technically I do have a favorite college team. I might as well just bring it up real quick. I am an Ohio State fan. I don't follow it very closely, but I do root for them. But I don't know. We are very back and forth. We beat good teams, and then we also got blown out by Michigan. That's kind of my knowledge on that right now. But let's get into this right now. Ellis, how about you start? Who do you want for your quarterback here?
Max Duggan. Just kidding. So taking this all into account, now when it comes to quarterback, it's the most important. So for me, I'm probably going to go with, what's Josh Allen's cap hit?
Josh Allen, let's see here. Josh Allen, $16 million.
Yeah, that's not bad. I'm probably going to go with Josh.
Josh Allen? All right. Yeah. I completely support that pick.
I think it comes down to Josh and Mahomes as probably the premier quarterback in the NFL. I'd probably give the edge to Mahomes, to be honest with you. But just Allen's he's got that factor. It's probably a less of a cap hit. And I just personally like him better, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it. I mean, they both have scrambling ability and can throw the ball really well, but I think Josh Allen does edge him out just a little bit in that scrambling factor.
I think Mahomes is slightly better deep ball. I think Allen's probably a slightly better scrambler. So they give and take both ways. I mean, they both have good receiving cores too. They both have good coaches.
They're both just great players.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're both actually really good. As far as a second quarterback, I'm trying to think because I definitely wouldn't want anybody with like a insane cap hit or anything.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz at 28 million. Jeez, dude. What the heck is that? Jared Goff 31. Oh no. There's no way.
Joe Burrow wasn't. I mean,
yeah, I was gonna say Joe Burrow's. Yeah, he's not.
Honestly, I mean, Deshaun's not even that huge of a cap at this year, which is surprising.
Yeah, I'm actually, because I know like the first year of his contract he was supposed to make barely anything because he.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Zach Wilson. No, I'm just kidding. Just give me Joe Burrow. Might as well.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Right, fair enough.
It doesn't make sense to have two elite quarterbacks, but at the same time, why not?
I mean, yeah, you got the cap space for it right now,
Yeah.
and I mean, at the end of it, if you need, you can adjust as needed.
Yeah. So when it comes to halfbacks, so my first choice is actually going to be Austin Eckler. I think because he was who first came to mind. I think he's the most versatile back. You could use him on any down for like pretty much any situation, and that would be the most helpful. Ideally, Derrick Henry would be the best option as far as pure running. I still think that just because of his strength and speed. Either him or Nick Chubb. But I don't know if I want to, because I know they both have, well, at least Derrick Henry's a pretty big contract. I don't actually know about Nick Chubb. I might actually go with Nick Chubb because of that.
All right, yeah, we can even, if you want to look, Nick Chubb's only $5 million.
Yeah, we can go with Nick Chubb.
Okay, I love that pick, actually.
Yeah, I think Eckler and Chubb would if that was in the league right now, that'd be the best running back duo. I believe so.
I can agree with that.
Maybe not the best two running backs, but the best duo for sure. Receiver, Justin Jefferson. Not even gonna think about that.
Very fair. Only $3 million hit. I mean,
100%. And then I think the best person to pair him with would be Tyreek Hill. Just because he's Tyreek Hill, but I feel like he should have a massive hit, shouldn't he? Unless his contract
only $6.4 million.
Then give me Tyreek. I guess.
So yeah, I mean that's actually surprising.
His contract's huge, so it must be a really later on,
really back end contract.
Yeah, huge back end contract. The tight end, it's worth it to just take Travis Kelce.
I completely agree. I have no.
He'll probably be the most.
He's not even.
But
I mean, he doesn't even take that much of a hit. Like he only takes $2 million more than Tyreek Hill.
Right. Yeah.
And like Travis Kelce, undebatable, not even close to being able to debate it. He's the best tight end in the NFL.
Yeah, he's in his own stratosphere. Like, it's absolutely unreal. And then next, I mean, I'd probably just have to go with a quality blocker. Like, I mean, there's Kittle. Andrews and Waller are both primary receiving tight ends like Kelce, and I wouldn't really want two of those. It wouldn't be bad, but blocking's really important too. So someone like George Kittle, I think, would make the most sense. What's George's cap hit?
George Kittle, $7.3 million.
So it's almost as much as Kelce. So,
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
I'll go with Kittle.
Yep. Fair enough.
Especially a few years ago, that would be unreal if you had Kelce and Kittle in the same team. Like, wow.
If Kittle can just get healthy, I feel like he's gonna perform a lot more.
Oh yeah.
You can tell he's still kind of just getting back into it.
Yeah, he's still a very high quality player for sure. Now we're looking at guards. Here, give me Joe Thuney.
Joe Thuney.
Yeah.
KC, $8.1 million. I think that's a great pick.
Yeah, I think that's a quality pick. I was thinking Quentin Nelson, but he would probably be a bit more.
Yeah, I can actually. Quentin Nelson. Yeah, $10.2 million. Yeah.
And then for my other guard, which side does Thuney play? Does he play right guard? I don't even know.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. You just have two guards.
Well,
so I would assume you can just.
I'm trying to put a logical spin on this. I guess just do Brandon Scherf.
Fair enough. $8.6 million.
Because I know he's really good. Center Frank Ragnow.
Detroit. I love the pick there.
Yeah, he's good. Now tackle. Now this one's a bit tough. Because, like, the highest paid tackles are, like, way higher. Like, it's, like, kind of sick.
Garrett Bull's making $21 million.
Dude, that's crazy. I
don't even think he's... I don't know how he's been... I don't know how he's been performing this season, but I think that might be...
He's on the Broncos, so I wouldn't give anybody on the Broncos any credit this year.
Yeah, I would definitely take, I think...
Pretty embarrassing.
Well, I guess, I don't know. I would...
what's Dawkins? Something Dawkins. Deion Dawkins, I think?
Deion Dawkins, yeah.
Yeah, on the Bills. Yeah, I'll take him.
Nah, I like that. I like the pick.
That's a good pick.
Looks like you get a backup left tackle here.
Oh, wow. Somebody not too expensive.
Here, we'll scroll down.
Let's scroll. I mean...
You want to go under $1 million, or do you want to...
Yeah, honestly, give me a what's his name, James Hudson.
James Husband.
Yeah, on the Browns,
Husband.
he's actually he's pretty quality. And as far as right tackles, it's definitely there's a bit of a drop off because the left tackle is considered the most important position. I think, like
Yeah.
outside of like, it's probably the second most important position on offense besides quarterback because you got to protect the quarterback.
Yeah.
There's actually a really good right tackle in the Patriots. I think his name is like Isaac something, Isaac Wynn or Isaiah, something like that.
Isaiah Wynn.
Yeah, that guy, Isaiah Wynn. I'll take him at right tackle, and then for my second right tackle, I guess I'll go with. I scroll down a bit. You know, might as well take Riley Reef just
for the culture.
Just for the culture, yeah.
I respect the pick.
Okay, so then defensive tackle. So the logical answer is Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
But I really gotta watch the money, and that is a huge cap hit. So I can definitely get someone quality. Like, I guess I could do Dalvin Tomlinson.
Dalvin Tomlinson.
He won't be a huge guy. Yeah, he's not huge.
Yeah, 7.5 mil.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot less than Aaron Donald.
It's like $20 million less.
Yeah.
And for my other D tackle, I'm not sure. Really, anybody of even slight quality. I would just say another Viking, but that's just because they're the most players that I know.
Yeah, I don't know who your guys' other tackle would be.
It's not Armin Watts anymore. It's Phillips, I think. Some Phillips.
That sounds like Harrison Phillips.
Yeah, Harrison Phillips.
3.8 mil. I mean,
yeah, that's pretty good. I'm definitely okay with that. Now, defensive end. Has Nick Bosa been paid yet? Has he got his big deal?
I think so. Nick Bosa 10.8 million.
Yeah, probably. Trying to think. Chase Young is you gotta consider injury because he's still gonna come back from injury.
Yeah, and he's 9.4 mil.
Just give me Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa.
Well, because it's gonna. I think that makes the most sense. Yep. And then as far as my other defensive end, what's the deals captain?
I'm not gonna spell his first name right.
Daniel. He must be on outside linebacker. So in that case, who do we got like low on the list? Not too much money. I'm trying to hold off a little bit for that.
Oh yeah, Dean Lowry, Max Crosby, Aiden Hutchinson.
He'd be really good. Oh, give me Von Miller.
Von Miller? I respect that.
Yeah. I didn't realize he wasn't making that much. He's been playing really well.
Just so we can, I wanted to see. Daniil Hunter is listed as an outside linebacker.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't want to go too crazy with this because I'm trying to watch the money here. I got about 41 million left. Here, yeah, go ahead and put Daniil.
All right.
He's really good. He's finally having a comeback year this year, which is great. I'm not gonna take Joey Bosa or TJ because that's just so much money.
Yeah, I would feel like the only one that's even worth that much would be TJ.
Yeah, TJ Watt would definitely be worth it, but like.
But you only have 29 mil left.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
And you still got two middle linebackers, two safety. Yeah, you still got a lot of holes to fill.
Yeah. So here, go ahead and go down the list a bit.
Yeah.
I think. Honestly, give me Za'Darius.
I love the pick.
I know this is kind of Viking centric right now, but I didn't realize Za'Darius cap hit was that low.
Yeah.
So, okay, so inside linebacker, yeah, Eric Hendricks is my man, but I don't know if I should do that.
Yeah.
I'll take Fred Warner. That's worth it.
That's definitely what I was gonna take.
He's like probably a top 5 player in the NFL in my opinion. He's just absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And then. Let's see. Do they have? Honestly, give me Devondre Campbell.
Devondre Campbell.
Yeah.
I love that pick. I respect that pick.
Because he's also
for 4.2 mil. He is a great defender or a great leader on the defense.
He really is. So now we're at safety. What's Hitman's Harrison Smith? What's his
7.4 mil.
Okay. Maybe not. Ooh, here, start with Trayvon Morrig. Gotta get my TCU boys. He's definitely not making that. Yeah.
LV here.
Yep. Yeah, only that much. So I don't want to go too crazy. And then Somebody else who's kind of young but doing that's been effective. I'm trying to think of good safeties.
Yeah, you know what? We're not gonna do the bench. I feel like because that kind of implies you can't really have. It makes you manage your money a lot more and kind of stretches out your thing. So we'll just go with the starting lineup.
Yeah, this is like a dream lineup kind of thing. So, as far here, go pretty low because I mean I'm trying to think of what we got.
Is Trayvon a strong safety or free safety?
He's a free safety.
Okay, so I mean, preferably you want a strong safety.
Preferably, yeah. Yeah, I'll do Daxton Hill. I'm not sure if he's a free or strong safety, but I know he's been having a good season because the Bengals have really good safeties. So
that's fair. That's fair.
And at corner, I think it's only logical to take Sauce Gardner.
Yeah,
Ahmad Gardner. Ahmad Gardner, my man.
God, I'm fucking spelling his name terribly. There we go.
Maybe he has a pretty big contract. And then, what's Pat Surtain's?
It's 4.7 mil.
Okay, so that would put me over officially.
Oh yeah. I mean, you could take Pat Pete for 3 mil, but that leaves you with barely anything for punter, kicker,
sure,
long snapper.
That's fun.
Oh yeah, so you got $280,000 left for a punter, kicker, and long snapper, which I would say you definitely want to get a kicker first.
Kicker. Yeah, here just there's a cheap kicker that'll be good. I mean, let's see who's on there.
I'd say in your range is probably Taylor Bertolot, and like you can go Sam Fick and whatnot, but like if you're looking for, I mean, you can get Quinn Nordin, $0.
I don't know if I trust that. You gotta have a good kicker. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I might change something to widen that up a little bit.
Yeah, if you want, we can go with some kicker right now. Fill out the rest.
Just put what's his name? Just give me that Sam Ficken because I actually know him.
Okay. All right, and you got $8,000 left.
I mean, how much do punters make?
The cheapest punter is $207,000.
Wow.
That is
look at that.
Surprising.
That is very surprising.
What's the cheapest long snapper make? $278,000
for a long snapper.
Why is the cheapest
long snapper? You got to take Austin Cutting, right? I mean, that's the only reasonable choice. Okay, we cut him. Never mind. He's no longer in the league.
He's cutting.
He's been cut. Cutting's been cut. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care about long snapper, just the cheapest one.
Alright.
I mean, it's kind of important, but they don't have to do that much. So
yeah. And you need a punter, and then you want to go and free some cap space here.
Yeah, just give me Tress Way, because he's incredible, and then I'll free some cap space up there.
You're 3.3 million
over, yeah.
And you're gonna want to get a better kicker. Well, you don't have to, but
I can even just one big swing up probably my offense, because I can change something up there.
I would say your best bet is probably getting rid of maybe putting Joe as your starter.
Yeah, give me Joe Burrow at quarterback as like my starting quarterback, and then just give me some cheaper backup like see if Jake Fromm is an option, just because it'd be funny. Yeah, Jake Fromm.
There you go. 130.
I love Jake Fromm. I love watching him in college.
Now you got 12 mil to play with. You can get a better.
So definitely a better kicker. Let's start there.
Yeah.
I already have the punter I want, no matter what.
Well, Will Lutz is the most expensive kicker. If you want Jay Tuck,
I mean, there's no reason not to take Justin Tucker. So.
And then you want a better long snapper.
I don't care about that.
Okay.
But I might do a better second corner.
Okay.
Let's see. How much do I have to work with? I have 8 million.
Mil.
So, and then that's okay. So basically, I can go.
This is the best you can do. Carlton Davis. Anything below?
Well, so it'd only be a 5 million increase. So I already have 3 million in Patrick Peterson. So.
Oh yeah.
Here, go a little higher. How much for Darius Slay?
9 mil.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, and you got a mil left. If you want, you could.
Yeah, just do a better long snapper, and then that should probably do it for my team. I'll do a recap on that after.
Well, I guess it's just.
And then my bench can be all long snappers just for the memes.
Just give him the best long snapper.
Charlie Hewlett.
And you still have 665,000 left.
Look at that. Look how conservative I am. Alright, so let's look at this team. Alright, quarterback, you got Joe Burrow with Jake Fromm backing him up. And of course, in my running backs, Austin Eckler and Nick Chubb, which is incredible. My receiving core, we're looking at Justin Jefferson and Tyreek. Then we got Travis Kelce and Kittle as my tight ends. Then looking on the line, I have Joe Thuney, Brandon Scherf, Frank Ragnow, Deion Dawkins, and Isaiah Wynn. And I also have James Hudson and Riley Reif to back them up. Looking on defense, my nose tackles, I got Dalvin Tomlinson and Harrison Phillips. Very Viking-centric, I know. Nick Bosa and Von Miller at defensive end. My outside linebackers are Daniil Hunter and Darius Smith. My inside linebackers are Fred Warner and Devondre Campbell. That defense is looking scary. At safety, Trayvon Morgan, Daxton Hill. Not the best, but they're quality players, so I'm definitely fine with that. And Sauce Gardner and Darius Slay got them on the outside. They're going to be locking some people up. Tress Way, one of the best punters, maybe the best punter in the NFL, and Justin Tucker, who's the best kicker. I'm not even debatable, so. Oh, and can't forget Charlie Hewlett, the long snapper.
Yeah, here, let me do that. Get another thing and we can compare after. Okay, so starting off with my quarterback, I mean, if I'm going with someone young and good, I'm going to also take Joe Burrow. Backing him up, I'm going to take Justin Fields here.
That's a great call, actually. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, and running backs, I mean, I got to go with Aaron Jones, only making $5.9 million a year. And then I'm also going to take Nick Chubb. So right now my two running backs have only combined for like 11 mil or so.
Yeah.
Wide receiver 1, obviously I'm taking Justin Jefferson, and on top of Justin Jefferson, I'm also going to take Jamar Chase. 7 mil. Wow, he's more than.
Yeah, he got a massive rookie deal.
Let me look at some of my other options.
Switch it up a little bit.
I thought that was gonna be a nice little. Devonta Smith wouldn't be bad.
Just for the record, my favorite non-Vikings player is Mike Evans. He's a bit older now, so I didn't take him, but I love Mike Evans.
That's fair.
My boy.
Oh, Chris Olave would be a bad option.
I guess non-Vikings Bengals player. I love Joe Burrow.
Let's see here. Honestly, I'm taking Christian Watson. He's definitely improved over these past couple weeks.
He's been unreal the last month.
Yeah, and for 1.6 mil, I don't think I can beat that kind of value. If he continues to perform well, we'll come back. We'll come back to this list and at the end of the season see how
well these teams look. Yeah.
Yeah, because maybe Christian Watson falls completely off again.
Definitely can't complain about that right now, though.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously, I'm taking.
I wonder who it's gonna be.
Travis Kelce. I mean, there's no reason not to take him. And this is also kind of this is kind of Packers theme, but I'm gonna take Mercedes Lewis. He's on the cheaper end, a good blocker, and we got Travis Kelce for pass catching, so I can't really complain on that end. For my starting guard, I want to go cheaper on the guards, but I don't want to go too cheap. I'm gonna take Shaq Mason for my first guard.
That's a quality guard for not that much.
Yeah, get this ad out of here. And we're gonna take Andrew Norwell, I think, because
that's not bad.
He's not a bad choice for center. For center. Oh my god, if I can. I'm gonna go Frank. I'm gonna go with Frank Ragnow.
Frank Ragnow, man.
Great guy.
Really quality center.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna take.
is that Terran Armstead on the Dolphins?
Yeah, I think I might. I'm gonna go with Terran Armstead. I was looking at him. I was like, I don't know.
I forgot that they signed him.
And backup left tackle, we'll just go with someone on the cheaper side. I guess we'll go with Eric Fisher. I mean, he's old, but he's got that veteran experience in him.
Tommy Doyle, shout out to my Halloween fans.
I'm gonna take Billy Turner. I mean, when he was on the Packers, he did good. I don't know what happened there, but and then backing up Billy Turner, we'll take Storm Norton, I guess, because I don't know. I have no reason to pick him, but DT, I'm gonna take Kenny Clark.
There you go.
Great.
Really quality.
Quality player. And then I'm gonna take Vita Vea too.
Yeah, Vita Vea making half as much as Kenny Clark is kind of insane.
Yeah.
Because Vita Vea is also really good. Really good up front, incredible run stopper. That's why their run defense has been so good for years.
Yeah. For my D end here, I'm gonna spend some big bucks here. I'm gonna get Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
I mean,
why not? I mean, especially
I'm looking pretty good on cap here. I'm gonna take Aiden Hutchinson for my other D end. I feel like that's a pretty good pickup. He's still a rookie, but he has proven to be that he's
coming into his own.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason that he was projected to be the first overall pick.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then he went second overall. Still don't know why.
And then for $5 million a year, I'm going to take a very underrated player, getting a lot more attention now, I think. Again, Green Bay centric team, but I'm taking Rashawn Gary for $5 million.
Hey, Rashawn Gary, he's good.
Yeah, he's good. He's getting that respect that he deserves, and I can't complain about that. I'm trying to see if there's anybody that isn't getting paid much that may have been really good this year. But I'm gonna take Zavarius Smith. I mean, there's $3.3 million. You can't beat that. We really didn't
give him that big of a contract.
I know.
He really just wanted to play against the Packers.
Yeah, I think that's
really all he wanted.
Exactly what it is. I'm taking Fred Warner, and there's someone on this list earlier that I saw that I wanted.
I want to take Eric Kendricks, but I think Fred Warner's slightly better.
Micah Parsons.
And he's less money, which I don't know. That's weird. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about Micah Parsons. I didn't think about him being an inside linebacker. He's one of the best defensive players there is. I should have taken him.
Yeah. I saw that guy. I was like, I really hope Ellis didn't see that. I mean, I love Micah Hyde, so I'm going to take Micah Hyde. He's injured, but he's
still one of the best safeties I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, he's up there for sure.
And then I'm gonna take Derwin James, I think.
Oh no.
Cornerback 1, give me Jair, and then cornerback 2, give me Sauce Gardner.
Sauce, yeah.
We got $33 million left for a punter, kicker, and a long snapper, so I'm definitely gonna be upgrading some players.
You can get pretty much any punter kicker you want and upgrade some players.
What's that? Oh, what's that guy's name? Can't think of him right now. Ryan Stonehouse, the guy with the fucking boot.
Oh yeah, and the Titans, he's
And I'm taking Justin Tucker. I mean, I don't think there's any debate about Justin Tucker. You didn't take him. And I guess I'll just take the best long snapper. We got $26 million to.
You can improve wherever you want. You could really. I mean,
I think I'm gonna.
You could upgrade a quarterback, yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, put in Patrick Mahomes and you have Justin Fields too.
Yeah.
And that pretty much does it. I mean, you could upgrade a tiny bit somewhere else. You have less than $1 million cap space after that, but.
What does that put me at? Just upgrade the. I'm gonna keep Frank Ragnow, but we'll put. No, I don't want him. Put. Trey Turner.
Yeah, Trey Turner's good, and you still have about 400,000 left.
I mean, I'm along a lot of young talent that's in the league right now.
There's so many good young players right now. It's crazy.
Yeah. Maybe upgrade Eric Fisher a little bit. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Is there really anybody that's worth upgrading him for? Oh no, who did I take out from that guy? Okay. Tommy Doyle.
Tommy Doyle.
Leave me with $12,000. I can go to the gas station, get some snacks. So, overview of my team real quick, and then we'll go back to Ellis's and kind of just wrap it up. So for quarterbacks, starting out with Patrick Mahomes, I mean, I did a great job of saving other places to get this guy. Justin Fields, great young talent, love him. Came out of Ohio State, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, came out of Ohio State. He was off to a slower start, but he's really evolved in his own these past couple weeks in this back half of the season, I feel. Aaron Jones, not the most pure runner, but the versatility he brings in the passing game. I mean, there's not, the only other guy that you can compete in that with is Austin Eckler, which is why I wouldn't be mad at taking either of those guys. Then Nick Chubb.
Some of the biggest difference makers for sure.
Yeah, Nick Chubb, great power back. I mean, he can go over you, he can go around you. It doesn't really matter. He can get in.
Honestly, as far as skilled running, I think he's the best in the NFL.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry relies on his size and strength a lot.
Yeah, which
Nick Chubb is just he's got that size too, but he's like a bowling ball, but he also is like actually skilled at like the running and his footwork, and it's incredible to watch him play.
I mean, no disrespect to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's a great running back. He does a lot for his team. I think he's one of the only reasons that team is any good in the not even if he doesn't perform well, just the attention that he brings to him for being such a big guy and being good.
Yeah, such a difference maker. But like, I mean, Chubb, because he's getting paid less. That's one thing.
Yeah.
And also, he's just like
how much is Derrick Henry getting paid?
$9 million,
Yeah.
Which I guess who's the highest paid running back?
Zeke.
Is it really Zeke still?
Yeah.
That is a massive cap hit for Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah. Okay, but
maybe that's why they don't fully commit to Pollard.
Yeah. But Justin Jefferson, no debatably the best receiver in the NFL at this time. And I don't even think it's
like there's no one I think that would debate he's out of the top 3.
Yeah.
He's in the top 3. He's up there in the same discussion as far as like playing as a receiver, he's up there with like Devontae and probably like Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Tyreek is in that discussion too, but that's just because he's a difference maker with his athletic ability.
Yeah, he is a speed demon, and that's really what sets him.
It's not on the same level. I guess this is a bit of a tangent, but like Jefferson is a great route runner, but he's the total package. He's a route runner. He is great hops. He has great hands. He's just got a great mentality. He knows how to make plays. He knows how to break down plays. He just does everything. Devontae Adams is a lot like that. Devontae Adams is a perfect route runner. He's got perfect release. He can make any defender in the league. He can make him just fall. It's unbelievable. It's just the difference that both of those guys make. Then you look at a guy like Cooper Kupp. He's just an incredible route runner. He's fast, and I think he's like I just think he's the smartest receiver because he knows how a play is going to work out and how to get himself open. I
completely agree with that.
Yeah.
I'd say the best hands in the NFL. If you asked me like a couple years ago, I'd say DeAndre Hopkins, but if you ask me now, I would say either Justin Jefferson or Devontae Adams.
Yeah, for sure.
They both make insane plays. I mean, especially Justin Jefferson against the Buffalo Bills. I mean, that's one of the craziest catches I've ever seen.
That was unreal.
I mean,
so amazing.
It wasn't for like a touchdown like Odell's was, but it was, I think, a much more crucial play.
Oh yeah, it was a 4th down game saver.
Yeah,
that was like.
And that catch is just gonna be it's gonna be marked in NFL history for a long time. Christian Watson, I mean, started off slow, and then these past 4 weeks he has 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, 8 touchdowns, including that. What was that, like a 50-yard run? Against the Bears yesterday.
Yeah,
that was incredible. He's really coming to his own. He had that breakout game against the Cowboys. The Cowboys have a good defense too, and the fact he was able to get open for 3 scores. I mean, he had he only had 4 receptions, but all three of them were touchdowns.
Yeah, 4 receptions for like 103 yards or something like that, and 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. In the sense that he just caught fire. I mean, he looks like he could really become that number 1 receiver the Packers need. Yeah.
I mean, it's just a few games, it's a small sample, but just seeing stuff like that in receivers these days, that's how you might have something special. So.
Yeah, and no disrespect. I don't want to say like any like disrespect to like. Allen Lazard. I think Allen Lazard's a great player, but Christian Watson has that big playability. If I want consistency that I think is going to catch it 9 times out of 10 that I throw it to him, I'll take Allen Lazard over Christian Watson because Christian Watson has shown some catching problems. Yeah. But if I want a big play showing over the top and There's not a lot of guys that you can compete with Christian Watson with his speed in that category. I'd say obviously the best is like Tyreek Hill for getting beat over the top. Tight end Travis Kelce. I mean, not much can be said. Travis Kelce's the best tight end in the end. We all run over this. Mercedes Lewis, he's just a great blocker. Been in the league for a long time. Can help the guys around him be better too, especially that line, because he is a great blocker. He can kind of relieve them.
I mean, a lot of people kind of underrate how big of a difference that actually makes.
Yeah.
If you could have a tight end that can actually effectively block, it's just you need blocking. That becomes more and more apparent as pass rushes get better and all this stuff gets better. Quarterbacks are getting better. The more they're protected, the more plays they're gonna make. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah. But okay, so on to the line. I mean, Shaq Mason, Trey Turner. I mean, both great quality guys. And I mean,
they're good.
I say guards are probably. I don't want to like sound mean, but I think they're the least important position on the line. I feel like centers are. Obviously, your blindside blockers are the most important. I don't think that can be like highly debated.
Right.
Centers, obviously, you need a good center to get a good snap, or else a lot of things can go wrong for you. I mean, guards are equally as important as any other offensive piece. I say that as I'm saying that they're not as important as others, but they do have a lot of importance, but they're just not.
Yeah, everything on the line is extremely important.
Yeah.
For sure. But if you're coming down, you'd want to have a better tackle than a better guard.
Yeah.
And you'd want to have a better center than a better guard, I think, at least. I mean, the guards are... I mean, it also depends on your matchups, too, if you're playing against a team with better... If you're playing against, like, Aaron Donald, obviously you'd want much better center and guards that double team him. But, effective edge rushers, you have to have good tackles on the outside, so...
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, but even also at times, it doesn't matter who you have on that line if you're going against Aaron Donald because he doesn't care.
Yeah, that's true. You could like put everyone on Aaron Donald and probably still get through. So
yeah, which is why Aaron Donald is such a difference maker, and I have so much respect for him as a player. So D tackle Kenny Clark. I mean, really great guy. He is probably our main source of being able to defend against any run. He's a great.
Have very little of.
Yeah, we have very little of, but if you have something there, he's probably in the center of it. And he doesn't get that many sacks, but he's a great pass disruptor, putting that pressure on the quarterback. I mean, backup DT, even though I feel like I run them on the field at the same time. Vita Vea, I would have
one of the best
four linemen. Yeah,
I mean, you're just talking about a big guy that could be in there and just make a difference.
Yeah, and then I mean he also has experience as running back if I need to put him in for a couple of plays. But
he's a real bowling ball back. Like
great player. I mean Myles Garrett, I don't think you can go wrong here. There's a couple DNs that you can't go wrong with. I just like Myles Garrett because he's a menace, and there's not a lot of people that can stop him in the league, I think. And if you do stop him, you need at least two people over there with him. Aiden Hutchinson, great young player, has made a lot of. He even has a couple picks this season too.
Yeah.
He's had a great career so far, even though it's his first year. Not gonna spend too much time on him. Rashawn Gary definitely has improved every season he's been in the league, I think. Underrated player. It sucks that he tore his ACL, I believe it was.
Yeah.
But you can't go wrong with him. There's honestly a lot of good outside linebackers there, but I'm fine with these guys. They were a great cap reducer with Rashawn Gary and Zadarius Smith, both amazing players, but both under 10 million cap space. Even under, well, I guess Rashawn Gary's a little over 5 mil, but yeah, Zadarius Smith, great guy, great player. Not gonna spend too much time. Everybody knows Zadarius Smith at this point. I think
one of the best pass rushers this year.
Yeah,
I mean, he just he'll make a difference like that.
Yeah, and Fred Warner, honestly, I would debate Fred Warner is still underrated at his position.
Oh, he's so good
because I think he is the best middle linebacker in the league, and I don't think he gets that respect all the time.
I know, and like. Not only is he probably the best middle linebacker, but also middle linebackers are one of the most important positions that not a lot of people talk about. Like having that really is like the quarterback of the defense, and the way that like he plays, you could put him anywhere on the field, and he'll definitely he'll make a difference. I've been saying that a lot, but it's just so important to have a player like that as a leader that can also lead by example. And he's just unmatched. I mean, there's not many defensive players I'd rather have than Fred Warner. Like, he's just that good.
Yeah. And then Micah Parsons, I mean, He's what is this his second year?
His second year, yeah.
Yeah, second year. He is an absolute menace. I mean, he gets involved every play.
Likely defensive player of the year this year.
Yeah, and I would not be mad. I hate the Cowboys.
As a Vikings fan, I watched him sack Kirk like 4 times.
Yeah.
Like, it's just... It seems like he gets through every play.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get tired. See, cause that's the thing, because he went to Penn State, and he played like a true middle linebacker all over the place. But then the Cowboys drafted him, even though they didn't really need a middle linebacker. But then they saw those physical, like, just the raw physical tools he had, and you can use him really anywhere. But if using him as a pass rusher is genius.
Yeah.
Because he'll disrupt every play in some way.
Great player. I mean, literally, I don't think there's a single lineman in the league that can shut him down for an entire game.
One of the, probably like in the top 5 young players in the league right now. He's absolutely incredible.
I would say top 5 defensive players in the league right now.
Yeah, he's up there. He's worked his way to that point already.
Yeah,
he's gonna have an incredible career, barring a serious injury. So.
Yeah, Micah Hyde. I mean, he's a veteran in the league. He's been in the Packers and the Buffalo Bills, I think, unless he went somewhere else in between that.
Pretty sure those are the teams he played for.
Yeah.
Which having good safeties is really important. It's not as complicated to play as a corner, because a corner you have to not complicated. That's not the word I mean, but like as a corner, it's all about having the coverage with that guy, with your guy. And sometimes you'll have to guard some of the best, but having the best receivers in the league, they're gonna beat a one-on-one. Yeah. Like over half the time. Maybe not against the best defenders. Maybe not like 9 times out of 10. But over half the time they will. Guys like Justin Jefferson and Devontae Adams. So to have quality safeties that can know their role on the field is really important. And Micah Hyde's one of those guys that he's seasoned and he knows what he's doing. And then you also have Derwin James, who's one of the best at that. Yeah. He knows exactly where he needs to be at all times, and that's extremely
and I'm glad that Derwin James he's been healthy all season so far, has he? Or is he
he might have missed a game or two, but he's mostly actually finally been back, which is great for such a good player like him.
And also, I feel like either of these guys, if I need to for any situation, I could put them at cornerback for a couple plays and they would be fine. Yeah. I mean, but there's great safeties, both of them. So I mean, I have no problem with those picks. Jair Alexander, I mean,
he's kind of having an off year, to be honest.
Yeah, off year.
But before this year, I don't think I would have picked anybody else as far as, and I hate to say this because I hate the Packers, but as far as a coverage player, he's been absolutely incredible. Yeah, because he's so good at coverage that like his receivers get targeted like barely any of the time. That's why he doesn't have very many picks, because he's that good at locking down his receiver. Yeah, and if you have a corner that can do that consistently, that's one of the most important things.
I agree, and I think honestly, one of the main things attributing to him for him having a down year, which isn't even really a down year for most other corners, I don't think, but him having a down year is he's on the field so much, especially with the Packers. I mean, obviously the Packers offense has improved these last couple weeks, but he was on the field so much all the time because the Packers offense is just like 3 and out turnover. Yeah. Like it just. So I can't
and another thing, the run defense has been so bad.
Yeah.
So once teams get going on the ground, they keep going. So then you guys have to focus more on that. So it opens up the passing game.
Yeah.
For any opposing team, because really the run defense has been so bad.
Yeah.
Like hilariously bad. So.
I do have to say the run defense definitely stepped up in that fourth quarter against the Bears. I don't think we win that game if our run defense doesn't step up, because they were just the whole game they were running the ball on us. So seeing that like the week before that, we got absolutely cooked on the run game. Yeah. Jalen Hurts had 150 something rushing yards in the first half. Like that shouldn't be allowed to happen. Yeah. That should be illegal. But yeah, Jair Alexander, I'd still take him over a lot of corners in the league.
There's only a few corners that I would confidently say that I would be comfortable having him guard any receiver. Not that he might get beat, but I would comfortably put him in there, and he's one of them.
Yeah, and my other one here is the one that I also took, which is Sauce Gardner. I mean, he's a rookie, but he's been outstanding. He's locked down everybody. He might have had a couple like.
Oh yeah, I mean. Everybody. I mean,
yeah.
I think this past game against the Vikes, Jefferson. He's still Justin Jefferson. He still had probably like 80 yards or so. I don't remember exactly, but if Sauce was covering him, he still did a pretty good job, because I saw that that was like his least yards of separation all season.
Yeah.
Which is except for I think the Bills game, but the Bills defense is incredible. I'm surprised we didn't take more Bills players, just because they're so complete as a team, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's just what he's doing as a rookie, because cornerback. definitely on defense is the hardest position for rookies to play.
Yeah.
Maybe across.
I think all time.
Yeah, across all. I mean, maybe quarterback's the only one harder.
Yeah.
But even then, if you're a rookie quarterback in a good system, if you're a rookie cornerback, that's on an island because you have to be, if you're expected to be in there, you just have to be good, especially when you're drafted in the top 5 picks.
Yeah, especially if you're, I would say, if you're more of a man defense team, that's really even more hard on a rookie corner.
And he has not only met expectations but exceeded them.
Yeah.
And he keeps playing to that level every week. And like he has a few. My main thing about him is that he has a few like playful comments, but he's not really one of those jerk rookies. That's really good. For the most part, he's just a guy going out there to play, and he really just wants to win. That's what's nice that I've noticed about some of these rookies coming into the league. They care a lot more about winning than stats. That seemed to have been an issue for quite a few years. Stats and money and all that stuff. Seeing guys just want to win, especially like on the Jets. I love the Jets. I love that they're finally good. I just think that's awesome. Their team is so cool. But he's a great guy. He's probably a lock for defensive rookie of the year at this point, unless he has a major fall off. But he's just been incredible. So.
Yeah, I mean he's 6+ foot and he has great speed, great vision. I mean, there's not much you can say that's not good for him. I mean, Ryan Stonehouse, he's had a fucking monster leg all year. I mean, there's not much I can say about a punter, but he's been booming punts, great punts all year long. Justin Tucker, I mean, people gave him crap for missing, what was it, a 66-yarder?
A 67-yarder.
67-yarder.
It would have broken his record for the longest kick ever. Like that's.
Yeah, I mean, Justin Tucker, he's a. I don't need to defend this pick. He's the best he's the best kicker of all time.
He's the best kicker of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, probably not the greatest yet, but he's the best.
Yeah. I would say, I don't know, who would you say is the greatest? Adam Vinatieri?
Probably Vinatieri. If not Vinatieri, then Morton Anderson maybe.
I understand those.
Yeah.
And then
obviously the MVP of the team, long snapper,
Charlie Hewlett. I mean, I don't think this team makes it maybe even past 3 wins without him.
The fact that he's a long snapper making over $1 million.
That man must be the best long snapper of all time.
Too, yeah.
Okay.
Real quality team here, Justin. I really like it.
I really like both of our teams. I mean, obviously, I prefer my team because I built it, but your team is very good.
Yeah, there's definitely some things that I would change looking back, but I'm really confident in this, especially the offense. I don't see Jake Fromm at backup quarterback just because I love Jake Fromm in college.
Yeah.
This is like.
I mean, I feel like even Jake Fromm could succeed in this with this team.
I mean, it's kind of on. Obviously, that's the whole point is like building a dream team, but like. I mean, I really like what I did with this. I just think it works. Obviously, we didn't factor in like pre-establishing chemistry, so like having like Josh Allen and Diggs because they have some of the best receiver chemistry. We didn't like factor that in. Like if with Burrow, like Jamar Chase and T Higgins actually would probably make the most sense because they're already becoming one of the best duos.
Yeah, but we're not factoring that in.
Yeah, but not factoring that in.
You go with the best players.
I mean, even if we did Burrow,
Joe Burrow and Justin Jefferson have that chemistry.
Man, thinking about the LSU team, it's not like today where the people in 20 years are really going to look back at LSU and they had Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson at one time and wonder how that happened.
Yeah,
that is absurd.
That was a great team, and honestly, I really respect your team. I really like your team.
Yeah, I mean, your team is incredible, especially since you have Mahomes. I think that gives you a bit of an edge.
Yeah, Mahomes and Justin Fields. I mean, Justin Fields been on a roll recently.
I think your defense is a little bit better too, but overall, this was a lot of fun building these teams.
Yeah,
it's just a cool thought experiment. I mean, it gives us a chance to talk about some of our favorite players, and just look at like the league as a whole. And we should definitely revisit this later on.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys are having great years. Sometimes 1 year can kind of blind you from like how good a player is, but I mean, someone like Cooper Kupp last year was like his real. It wasn't his breakout year, but it was like his breakout year.
Yeah.
And he really continued it into this year. He was like the one bright spot on the Rams this year, and then he got injured. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think the one thing that might change about your team would be either Von Miller, maybe going with someone else there, and then a different backup quarterback. But like those are like whatever. They're not like the most important pieces of your team.
I would definitely add Micah Parsons. I'm not gonna change it because I'd be piggybacking off of you. But that was a great move. Good job on that.
Thank you.
Because he's incredible. And then you taking Justin Fields is actually really smart because he's on a rookie deal and he's so effective with the ball. Like it's like like that running out against the Packers, that was absurd. Like he literally outran everybody.
Yeah, I feel like
quarterback.
Even this would be really weird, and it would be really weird if a team ever did this. But with these two players, I don't know if it's illegal or not, but I wouldn't mind having two quarterbacks on the field at once because Justin Fields can run, and you all have that threat of him being able to throw as well, so you don't know what he's doing.
Right. Yeah. It's like the Saints do it all the time.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like Taysom Hill, he's not a fleshed out passing quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, he could for a couple plays, and he has. But like, if you're talking like Mahomes and Fields, you could have Mahomes as the starter, but you could throw Fields in on any play. You can even put him on the outside and run trick plays so effectively. Like it'd be absolutely insane, actually. So, especially when you have runners like Nick Chubb and Aaron Jones. So that's my favorite thing to think about with these teams. I mean, you look at this team. If you had Fields on there, then you do a trick play where he doesn't start with the ball, but like Mahomes flicks it to him. So then he could run, or he could. If he can't run, he can throw a dump off to Jones, and Jones will have great yards after catch. Or he could find Jefferson or Watson down the field.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is you have your five offensive, you have your five offensive linemen. Yeah. Put Justin Fields on there, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Jones or Nick Chubb, Justin Jefferson, Christian Watson, Travis Kelce.
Yeah, incredible.
You have so much you can do with that, and I don't know if there's much better setup than you could have.
Yeah, like that could be any defense. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of offenses that are currently in the league that could be any defense if they're on tune the whole time. Yeah. But like something like something like that, it creates really cool like thought puzzles that you could put together for stuff like that.
Yeah, there's an offensive coordinator would have a field day with having Pat Mahomes and Justin Fields.
Dude, like that.
No pun intended.
That would be absolutely insane. I still think Mahomes kind of holds the mantle as the best quarterback. Guys like Allen and Burrow are trying to challenge it, especially that game this past week. Burrow played exceptional.
But there's just not many people that are as consistent as Mahomes.
I mean, it's just like, even if, no matter what you, like, what excuses you want to make, like, oh, he has a great coach, it's a great offense in general, it's just like, he makes the plays, and he does it well every week in, week out. He's a Super Bowl champion. He had one of the best seasons ever. Like, and that was his first year as a starter. I don't care how good your team is. The way he played his first year as a starter, that is extremely impressive. Yeah, so.
And to be fair, I was really hard on Mahomes. I was like, well, I don't think he'd be as good without Tyreek Hill. And then this year, he comes in without Tyreek Hill, and he does the exact same thing, if not better.
Yeah, and then people are like, oh, well, Kelsey's the blanket. And it's like, well, yeah, but, like, you can't just throw your tight end every play. Yeah. As good as Kelsey is,
he's not.
They almost throw it to him every play, but they can't really do that.
Yeah, it's just not a logical thing.
And I don't think Mahomes is in his own stratosphere anymore. Like, for a while, I was like, okay, there's no one even close to him. Yeah. But now, like, guys like Allen, Burrow, Lamar's been very inconsistent. Yeah.
That one sounded like it hurt a little bit.
Was up there with him, but he's showing his age. It's also an off year as far as, like, the team around him.
Yeah, Rodgers, he does show his age, but yeah, obviously a lot of changes happened in the system, and he's playing with now a broken thumb. Yeah. So I mean, it kind of just, you never know.
I really thought this was going to be Allen's year to take over, but I still think Mahomes is going to hold it by the end of the year. Maybe Allen will sneak out with an MVP after playing a bit poorly and also getting kind of injured, but playing through injury. Yeah. Really, the MVP race is kind of close this year because even Joe Burrow is starting to put himself up there. Yeah. Because as the Bengals have won 6 of their last 7. Not many people are talking about that. I don't know. I honestly think that Justin Jefferson is an MVP candidate.
I would not hold that against you.
He won't win it. It's
a quarterback award. I mean,
but like if you're talking outside of quarterback, he's probably He's probably got the best case.
I feel like he definitely is front runner for offensive player of the year.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and honestly, I want to, as much as I hate to admit it, someone that has been able to pull his that's been able to pull his team into every game. Because I hate the Cowboys, but Dak playing has been able to pull his team into the game, especially against this last game on Sunday Night Football against the Colts. I mean, that's just I don't think we touched on that very much, but 33 points in the fourth quarter is absolutely insane.
Dude. That Cowboys team is scary.
Yeah, very scary. I don't know how well Dak performed in that fourth quarter, but he's a leader, and the team around him respects him and can play well around him.
Well, so that's my thing. Dak, as you could see, at least with his public image, he's a really good guy. He's really humble. He does what he can. everybody on his team likes him, so they're gonna try for him. That's what you want in a leader. And he's been a leader. And although he doesn't play the best all the time, he's kind of inconsistent. Yeah. When he does play at his best, he's actually a really, really talented quarterback.
Yeah, and I think maybe some of that like inconsistency could, like, you could put that in fact with like he had that like season-ending injury a couple years ago, and he got injured this year too, didn't he? Or was it last year?
This year, this was the year with Cooper Rush that came in.
Yeah,
and Cooper Rush is not a good quarterback.
No,
he's not a starting quarterback.
I love rooting for Cooper Rush, but he is not a good quarterback.
Yeah, I loved Cooper Rush and I loved those games, but really it's because this Cowboys team is scary good. I think they're the best in the NFC. Now, the Eagles, they're on the same level, which is crazy that they're in the same division. But the thing is, top to bottom, I like the Cowboys better. The Eagles, the way they play, they could outplay anybody, but like they could also be outplayed by like the Cowboys. I think. Well, when they play each other, I think it's gonna be really telling. The first matchup between the two was before Dak came back. Yeah, and it was like a primetime game. It was also decently close. Like it wasn't that much of a blowout. Yeah. So the next game between the Cowboys and the Eagles, that'll be deciding who the best team in the NFC is. I think.
Okay, yeah, I respect that.
As a Vikings fan, we're not on that level.
You guys have definitely shown major improvement this year.
I think that we've become one of the best coach teams because even when our team kind of falters, we've come up big. Our red zone defense has shown up huge.
Wasn't it Kevin O'Connell? Is that your guys'
our head coach? And the offense has played pretty much great all year. They've only had a couple like stale.
Yeah, like against the Eagles and against the Cowboys.
Yeah, which that was because our offensive line was abysmal in that Cowboys game, and we had dealt with some drops in the Eagles game. And then once we get in a funk, we just kind of lose. That's the problem. Yeah.
But I say you're always in it with like Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook. I don't think we really appreciate him that much. He's injury prone, I feel, but when he's on the field,
more important this year than even I realized. Yeah, because his ability to make big plays when needed, like if we're out by a touchdown, but he can make a big play to make that even more so. Like that's huge.
Yeah, and I think maybe one person that if they could contribute a little bit more would be an even bigger addition to the team is that trade for TJ Hawkinson. He's had his games where he's performed really well for you guys.
Really well, but he definitely could be more involved.
Yeah.
Like, once he fully settles in, the offense is going to be really scary.
Yeah, and there's been a couple passes that Kirk's missed him on. Like, this last game, Kirk missed him on what would probably be a touchdown pass going down the field. It would just be if TJ could catch it and then break away.
I mean, that one, maybe.
Yeah, it's a tale of two sides. I mean...
Yeah. And that pass, I didn't think was that bad. He definitely was overthrown, but he didn't have that much separation because, I don't really remember it, so I'm not going to go into that. And then, I mean, overall, the Vikings as a team is just going to come down to mentality because I don't think they're as good as the Cowboys and Eagles, but could they beat them in the playoffs? Maybe on a fluke.
I would say they can if the Vikings roster comes in, if the Vikings team, I should say, comes in with a winning mentality and knows that they can win the game, then I feel like they could win that.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, as a Vikings fan, I've been biased to this team, and they've let me down so much, I'm just kind of like, well, I don't think they'll do anything in the playoffs. But realistically, I think they do legitimately have a chance to make the Super Bowl. Yeah. Is it a small chance compared to with the teams in the NFC? Yeah, it is a small chance. But it is there. The Niners, I would have thought, might have been the front runner to make the NFC before Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt.
Yeah.
The Niners, I don't think, are a Super Bowl winning team with Jimmy Garoppolo.
No.
But I don't think they're a Super Bowl making team without him either because you need a quality quarterback.
Yeah, I will say Jimmy Garoppolo is a winner. I don't respect... I shouldn't say that. I just don't think he's a good player. He's a winner. I don't think he's a good player. You look at his stats for most games, he's not the reason that team wins. He brings that mentality, and that's a good thing, but his stats don't reflect that.
And that Niners team is extremely talented on both sides of the ball. If you have a game manager, you'll win games, and that's exactly what Jimmy does.
Yeah.
Which we saw it last year in the playoffs, and I think the same thing would have happened. It's just not going to come through. You're going to need exceptional quarterback play. And maybe with Christian McCaffrey, you see a huge jump. But it's like, I don't know. I just don't see it from a player like that. Now their quarterback's Brock Purdy. If they don't sign Baker, I hope they don't sign Baker. I think it would be an honest downgrade. At least give Purdy a chance.
And honestly, something we didn't have as an option on here is fullback, and Kyle Juszczyk, an amazing fullback, can boost any team.
I mean, I'll take CJ Ham, but
CJ Ham is also a really good fullback.
Yeah.
Those are I think those are the two best fullbacks in the league. I can't really think of anybody else in that conversation.
Yeah, because fullbacks aren't used as much anymore, which is kind of upsetting because it actually could be a very important position if used in the right offense.
Yeah,
I'm sure the Ravens have one because they're such like a run-focused team.
Yeah,
I can't think of who it is. It used to be Juszczyk.
I know San Fran, at least last season, did use Juszczyk quite a bit.
They use Juszczyk quite a bit because he's a good enough player.
And he's a great blocker, I believe, too. So they probably have him on the field quite a bit.
They also have a Ricard. He's good.
Yeah, Patrick Ricard.
He's probably the second best fullback. He's good. But yeah, I mean, it's just looking at teams like that. The AFC is stacked, like really stacked, and I could realistically see like 4 or 5 of those teams making the Super Bowl. So.
Yeah, if I had to pick, I think AFC, whoever makes it out of the AFC is going to win the Super Bowl, I think.
I think so too.
Unless the Cowboys go, then I think that could be a matchup, which is, I hate to say, because I don't like the Cowboys, but they're a great team.
I mean, everybody hates the Cowboys, unless you're a Cowboys fan. I'm in that same boat, but looking at the teams top to bottom, the Cowboys are scary. They're dangerous.
Yeah.
And if you put them up against, like, I think they could realistically beat any team in the league right now. But when it comes down to a Super Bowl matchup, I guess we'll just have to see. I'm still riding high on the Bills. It looks like, I don't know if it's coaching or what it is, but they don't seem to be that team with like that Super Bowl mentality. But top to bottom, I think they're the most complete. So I would still probably pick them to make it out. I think it's most likely Bills Cowboys, but the Chiefs just they have that answer every year. The Bengals should go on another run.
Honestly, if it ends up being Bengals Chiefs in the AFC Championship, I mean, Joe Burrow is undefeated against Patrick Mahomes, so I mean, I could definitely see the Bengals making it back.
He's big game Joe. I mean, everybody was kind of hating on him when they found out that he was going to be. It was like, oh, he's not the best quarterback in this draft. I mean, why would he go first overall? But clearly, that's the difference that the Bengals needed.
Yeah, who were the other quarterbacks in that draft?
That was the year that Tua and Herbert were both projected to be like high end. Like they were both realistically first round picks, but then Tua got injured in college, so that made his that made his stock dip a little bit. And then Herbert had his senior year wasn't as good as his junior year. And then Burrow had the best college football year ever. Yeah. At LSU. So then it was like, okay, well, so now Joe Burrow's.
Yeah, I mean, between those three, I'm definitely taking Joe Burrow.
Yeah, for sure.
Tua has had an amazing season so far. I mean,
Tua's been great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's also like it's his first, like he's much improved, and I don't want to take any credit away from him.
Yeah.
The Tyreek acquisition is a big part of that.
Oh yeah. But I mean, Tyreek is a game changer in any team he goes to.
Absolutely, yeah. But Tua is still stepped up his game in a lot of ways, and he deserves respect for that.
Yeah,
100%.
I feel like sorry, I mean to backtrack on this, but I feel like Tyreek Hill is a more improved version of Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah.
Honestly, and Deshaun Jackson was a great player, and he can still be a big time deep threat.
Oh yeah.
Obviously not to that extent anymore. Cause he's like what 30 something. He's an old motherfucker.
Probably mid 30s. Yeah. But Tyreek. It's just when you're that fast, you can get open whenever.
Yeah.
And like everyone's like Tua's improved on the deep ball. A lot of those deep balls, you have to see Tyreek jump back and catch them. But even if you get it in that area, the thing with Tyreek is that he's made his catching just good enough that with how fast he is, he can make a play pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
And Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, we don't even bring up Jalen Waddle. Like, yeah.
He's a Jamar Chase type player because they're just extremely explosive. He's not as good as Jamar Chase, at least not yet.
Yeah.
But he's so explosive, and you have two of the most explosive receivers in the league on the same team.
Yeah.
You have Raheem Mostert, quality running back.
Oh yeah, when healthy, I think he's great.
Yep, and they also have Jeff Wilson Jr., another quality running back. So you look at that Dolphins offense, and you have one of the best.
Yeah.
And that could be a discount against Tua. But he's making improvements where he needs to, and he's got the talent. I mean, he was an Alabama quarterback, so he's got the talent. So.
I mean, I also think Mike Gesicki is a great tight end.
Yeah, Gesicki's a great tight end.
Yeah, it's a really complete offense. I think it's either Dolphins or Bengals, in my opinion, for the best receiving core in the league. Yeah. I think the Vikings are also up in that conversation. I would like to see a little bit more out of like Adam Thielen, like more consistency, but I also know that he is an old guy.
Yeah, Osborne's really coming into his own.
Yeah, Osborne's doing great. I would love to see
Jalen Reagor involved. That would be.
Yeah, Jalen Reagor. That last game he had a pretty big game.
He had a couple big catches, which like it just shows he's got the talent. There's a reason he was drafted in the first round.
Yeah.
Everyone just clowns on him because he was the guy taken before Jefferson.
Yeah.
The receiver taken before Jefferson.
And now you guys have both of them.
now we have both. Yeah.
And I would also love to see you guys. I know he's hurt right now, but Irv Smith Jr. I feel like Irv Smith Jr.
I mean, if Irv is there, and then we have Hawkinson and Irv Smith, I mean, that would be. Yeah. We would have a really complete offense. Everyone wants to hate on Kirk, but I will ride him being a top 10 quarterback till the end. I don't care.
Because Irv was taken for his. He's pretty fast, isn't he?
Yeah.
For a tight end.
Oh yeah, he's a really fast tight end, and he's really good. He just had some catching inconsistency issues.
Yeah, which I mean, we've seen that can get solved at least for right now with Christian Watson. And if you have a tight end that can do that, I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, it's massive.
A fast, good catching tight end.
100%. Yeah.
And I feel like that would really open up your guys' playbook even more, having two good tight ends, because T.J. Hawkinson can block.
Yep.
And then you can send Irv Smith out on whatever route, and then you also have Justin Jefferson, KJ Osborne, Adam Thielen.
When you have Justin Jefferson, it's like that. When you have Justin Jefferson, when you have Devontae Adams, when you have Cooper Kupp, it opens up everything.
Yeah.
Because he has shown it doesn't matter what the situation is. He can come. He won't always will, but he can come up with a catch in any situation.
Yeah.
So and that's been that's just. I love Justin Jefferson so much. So much. He's just so good. Every game you watch, you're just kind of amazed. You're like, how is someone this good at football? He's just, it's absolutely incredible. And he's a big reason why I actually believe that we could make a deep playoff run, because you just throw to him every play and you probably have a close game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I feel like your guys' defense does need improving. I mean, that's just, you can say that about almost any team, is that their defense is the more weak side of the ball. But on offensively wise, I mean, I feel like you guys definitely need a better line, because they were getting destroyed by the Cowboys.
It's really bad with pass blocking. It has been for years. Darisaw has been out. He's our young left tackle that's really good. So we can get him back, and we need to improve on the interior offensive line a lot, because a good pass rush is going to kill us. And I knew that going into that Cowboys game. That's why I picked us to lose. We had won 7 straight going into that game.
Yeah.
Well, we're probably going to get dominated by this pass rush. I didn't expect 40-3.
Yeah.
That was upsetting. I'm really happy I didn't watch that game. I was at work. But, yeah, that's something that really needs to be cleared up. And then if we can clear up the offensive line, I genuinely think that we could challenge any team in the NFC. We're not better, but we could probably challenge.
If you do that, I feel like the only way that you can improve your offense significantly, as much as I love Kirk and I think Kirk's a great quarterback, having a mobile, a dual threat quarterback would just open up your guys' playbook, because Kirk's awesome, but he's obviously not.
Well, yeah, he's obviously not a dual threat.
Yeah, I mean he's white lightning, but
he's vanilla Vic. He seems faster this year.
Yeah, he's been working on the memes, bro.
The times that he ran. I mean, obviously he'll never be a mobile quarterback.
No.
He is. With a mobile quarterback though, that would be actually insane.
Holy shit. Mavs beat the Suns 130 to 111.
Yeah,
quick little break.
What are you talking about that? I'm also a Phoenix Suns fan. It's been a rough couple years considering how much they've won. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, maybe next episode we also can do what we did here, but for basketball team. Yeah,
awesome. I would love to do that. And then just. In general, I think the Bills are the most complete team. They also have a great receiving core, actually. I mean, you're talking about like Diggs, Davis, McKenzie, Dawson Knox at tight end. Good quality running backs, too. They're just a good team, good offensive line. There's a lot of great teams, and I think that this is one of the most open playoffs that we've had in a while. I mean, obviously, the Bengals were a surprise last year, and I still wish they would have won the Super Bowl. But looking at it this year, I mean, I think Chiefs, Bills, or Bengals are the best bets coming out of the AFC. You could even see some other sneaky team maybe sneak in there. And the NFC, you're looking Eagles, Cowboys, and then I guess the Vikes and the Niners are right behind them.
Yeah.
And it comes down to probably any combination of that, which is a lot more than you could say for most years. For a long time, it was always Patriots or Chiefs, probably Patriots. And in the NFC, it's maybe the Packers will get over the hump, probably not.
We've just been so bad in the NFC Championship, and we didn't even make it to the NFC Championship last year. But before we have more time here, I think we should probably end it before it gets too long. But if you guys enjoyed this podcast so far, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share with other people. Go check out AmityCast movie channel, or a movie podcast channel.
Yeah, please check out my other podcast. I'm also really into movies. That's probably even more of a hobby.
Yeah.
And I've got the movie podcast. It's AmityCast. We have a shark thing as our profile picture. Easy to find.
Yeah.
Even though not really. But thank you so much for listening. This is the Stick and Bowl Symposium. Justin, any other closing words?
Yeah, I mean, check out AmityCast in the description down below. Check out my channel; it's also gonna be down there. But that's gonna be it for us today, guys. And I hope you guys liked, and I hope to see you back next time. Bye.